So I don't usually, I don't have a plan of what I'm going to say, or, I mentioned that this whole weekend that the greater intention or invitation is about falling in love with yourself. Being it's Valentine's weekend, right? Yeah, and it can be quite romantic. All right, to get yourself some beautiful flowers, take yourself out for a lovely meal, wine and dine yourself. It's perfectly right. So it can include all that romantic and delicious stuff because you know what would be the perfect gift, the perfect food, the most favorite flowers.
Mm-hmm. I think they bought them yesterday.
Did you? Oh, lovely. Yes. And did you say, my dear, happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart? Yes. Yeah. Lovely. The sweetheart. Right? The sweetest it can be in being alive is in this inclusion of falling in love, being loving, to receive what's been given, which I find is quite loving. And it's unconditional. I did not ask for any of this, and yet here it is. A mind that does its own frolicking, how it does, understands words and figures out how to get one place to the next, all by itself, really. I didn't do it, right? You notice that you're not actually doing it? You're just hearing how it goes about its business, and you're hearing that. You don't actually do it. Right? It's like you see, I'm going to come to Kamari's, and then the next bits and pieces of info come in after you've set an intention of how that could be. But you actually don't even create those thoughts that come in. They just come out of the blue. Do you all find that?
I don't know. We had an affirmation when I studied with my guru, I'm the master of my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I like taking responsibility for my thoughts and my emotions and being able to move my thoughts around like a ping pong ball, moving awareness around.
Mm-hmm.
So saying it's not coming from me, that's kind of hard.
Well, it comes from what we are originally, and that's where the misunderstanding actually comes from, is imagining that it's not freedom itself coming up with the idea to ping pong things, or even the idea of mastery of thoughts, right? Because where does that come from? Because another person, it may not occur at all, but yet it just occurred to you. Now, you didn't create that occurrence, is what I'm saying. You're available to it, otherwise it wouldn't have arrived. Right?
Yeah.
But the actual beginning is us, because we are awareness too.
Right.
And we're actually totally aware of that. And then somehow it got mixed into, be kind of grabbed a hold of and owned by the somebody.
Oh, I see. And then the blame comes in.
And then even the idea of mastery of the thoughts can be much more about pushing things around rather than reception of that and being with it and responding. Right? This instead of this. Right? So that's the difference of love. There's the fabric of life of how we all do some pushing around stuff. We push ourselves around a bit. Right? And however we are with other people when we find ourselves being cranky, that's how we're being with ourselves inside. That's how we've been treating ourselves. But it's a demand. No, this way. No, that way. An attempt to control that compared to a reception that just is like this. It might move things, but it doesn't push unless there's a total yes, right? Okay, I'm pushing this scarf up. Whoa, totally with that. You know, the diving into the dance, going for it. Like when you came up to the chair, right? Yeah. But it wasn't really almost a push. It's a going where it wants to happen.
A drawn. It's being drawn.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's both are true, and it's how are we with that? Because the same details, exactly the same, only the person knows whether that's one or the other, whether it has that push or not. Which is really, any kind of push is pushing yourself away. Right? But even that's perfect, because in the push of self, then you go, ooh, and you recognize, okay, maybe that's not the best. Without that push, you wouldn't have realized maybe that's not the best. So it still gives valuable info. So that's why there's no rule that we can have to say, be like this and everything will work out. Because we don't know what's coming. We don't know where the thoughts are, how it is that we are in the world. We assume so much of ourselves that's happening that it's just been around all the time, and we can feel that bit that's always been here, that's responding, that's all of it. And it's just settling in even more deeply with that. And then more deeply again. And more deeply. It's a never-ending pool. And the side effect of that gives us more space to be ourselves. And more space to be ourselves, whatever's ready to be embraced next will rise in the open space. And so it goes. Mm-hmm. So in that you guys were all there last night, is there any happenings in the evening, last evening, or through the night that seem related in some way to what happened last night? Anything to be shared?
Well, I feel that it's so propitious to do this now, because everything I've been moving into has been about this. I'm feeling so ready for this. And I don't want to say do the work, what words you use, because it's the mind, which you can't get there from here. And so it's the self, the other than the self, the larger self, the expanded, loving divine that has been needing that extra to be where I am and want to be. One of the things I found happen when I took my bath this morning was I found myself bathing myself with that love. Because I've done prayers or heard meditations before, and the one that always got me, can I love myself as much as I love others? And so I've been working this one for a while of how to turn it inside. And so when I was bathing myself with that love, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm doing with the same love I detailed my car when I washed it 3 days ago. And I washed it hadn't been washed for years maybe, and I did it just with buckets. And I was so grateful. It was like cleaning my horse, because that car does so much. And then when I was washing my body, it's like, oh, I'm getting it. And of course, there's still the mind. I mean, that whole business of the body, mind, spirit all working together, that dance is where I'm so at now, because that mind, I get to see it, and it does so much. Yeah. Plus, I'm an epileptic who also has to make lists. That's part of my epilepsy. So besides the mind, there's the extra parts. I'm very ready for whatever helps to help me love myself.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else? Anything to share? I just like to offer a space. When you share it out loud, too, it seems to firm it up a little bit in the fabric of nothingness, right? Yeah. In the sharing of that, it helps seat it a little bit. Yeah.
So last night I spoke about sort of an intense energy which I know has come from who knows when, a long time ago. But now that I'm more conscious of it, it's with me all the time. And there's this feeling of like sort of giving birth. And sometimes when you're in something very intense like that, you want to get over it. You want it. You know that it has to happen. And this part that wants to control would like to push it out. And I was really able last night in my meditation this morning, there's one little key that helped me that said, and you're still breathing. And so I just let my breath be with that intense sensation rather than me, and trusted my breath so that I could let whatever is going to happen there without
touching it. Yes. Yes.
So that and it still feels like something that's about to give birth.
Thank you.
I'm just noticing something that I noticed last night too at the beginning. It's just this tremendous, like it's hard for me to open my eyes, which is sort of unusual for me, and like I feel really drawn inside. And I thought it was maybe the EMFs last night or even here. But it's more than that. It's like being really but I thought it was tiredness too. But it's also it's a combination, and I don't know whether it's a drawing in or is it a fear of coming out. Maybe it's both. Like but it's a very powerful thing. Like is it trying to knock me out asleep from what I could be experiencing? Or is it
well, I mean,
whatever it is, I can feel a heaviness almost right here, just pulling me in. And it's mostly been in your presence the 2 times. Oh, I can really feel it. It's like something
you're pointing,
going.
yeah, being drawn. Right? And I invite you to just follow it, and no worries about whether you're missing anything here or whatever. But sometimes it's been that the calling
it's like
just calls into fall in with self, and into the open space where it's unlimited, where the journey might go, but it's not any less than being here with the surface details of us, this energetic fabric here. Right?
Yes.
So
That's what it is.
yeah. So thank you for sharing that, so that then we would know that you're, because there'll be some part that's here too, maybe fully, we don't know, but that you're still with us in that journey.
Well, I'm just thankful it's easy enough to express it.
Yeah. No, sometimes I've been out for dinner and I can feel myself attempting to be with people, and then I finally just say, "Excuse me for a moment or 2 or 5, whatever that means." But I just feel this draw inside and let myself fall into that.
Yeah,
And I don't know.
delicious at the same time.
Yeah. It's deep, like chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Valentine's theme here. We've got to deep into love.
Yeah, yeah.
The chocolate love.
There is a thickness to fall and let ourselves be fallen into the space.
Chocolate. Feels very chocolate.
What'd you do today? Oh, I fell into chocolate. Chocolate had me. You know, it's not you. But it's going with it, right? Going with whatever calls. And letting go of the system. Letting it just be itself, right? Because it'll continue on without you. Really. Having to be with this, whatever the mind is saying, and all of that happens all by itself. Really.
And yet there's something to the theme that both of you spoke of, which is that sense of something that's ready to go, ready to roll.
Primed. Thank you. Any other bits? All right. It feels appropriate to me. If anybody says, no way, don't do that, feels totally wrong, just let me know. I'm totally available and included. We're in this pot together. We call it Satsang, right? And whether or not that means something, right?
Satsang. That's really funny.
Yes.
Sounds like some kind of a Chinese dish.
Yeah, Satsang, it means Sat is the truth, and Sang is the sharing of that.
Oh, great.
However it is, and it can be a singing, right? It's in the stillness, and it's been known for this, so we're already in it. We're already in the pot, right? And we created that container here, and it'll do its dance, but we're in it together. Absolutely. And we don't know.
Lord help us.
Lord is helping us. Absolutely. Help yourself, Lord. Yes. Yeah, so we don't know. It's a mix of energies that's already in movement. And actually, you know what? That does invite me to invite you in this pot, in this container that we created, and there's movement of energy today that happens in this container, that is happening now. We can splash the soup of this container into whatever part of our lives we'd like, right? Be that abundance, you could name it financial, whatever occurs to you right now that you would like support, that this energy will just simply go to that and lift it up and support a lighterness, right? So whatever comes to you, and just say a word or two, so not a long-winded thing. just so, because when you speak it and share it and others hear it, then we're together for each of us in where we would like the energy to send itself, right? And all we got to do is say it, and then it's already done. And we don't know what will happen with that, but just an invitation. So does anybody already have a word or a spot that they'd like to splash this soup toward?
the letting go of everything I'm not, of all the habits, of all the possessions, of all whatever that is. I can't let this go. Well, I'm not going to figure it out for my mom. I was
Okay.
chocolate soup to help me.
Chocolate soup. Yes. Yes.
I'd say healing emotions, healing my emotions.
Yes.
I'm having problems with my neighbors.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So with the relating with your neighbors.
I'm relating with my neighbors.
Yeah, whoever that is, right? That a lighterness.
Oh, I definitely need a
Okay.
lightness.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
It's creating a lot of worry and concern and
Before
tension in
it
me.
used to, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Oh, good. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But I do want to work with you at some point on that.
Okay, beautiful. Yes to that. And yes to the energy splash in that way to be in support of it. Okay.
Understanding my calling.
Beautiful.
And for me, it's healing the electrical sensitivity and whatever's left of Lyme and such, and so coming back to life.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Newly.
Yes, reborn.
Mm.
Come out of the cocoon.
Mm.
I'm sure it's been a cocoon time.
Ooh.
It often provides you with that
Mm.
initiatory.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When I find it clear judgments. Not really judging against, but I mean
Mm-hmm. Like discernment?
discernment
Mhm.
that and find my way to. I'm sometimes distracted, and sometimes caught in fear of not understanding it or
Mm-hmm.
or insecurity about explaining or expressing myself. Finding a pathway around the different things that present themselves. Not necessarily around it, but
With it.
in, towards,
Yeah.
and about.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, they
I hear all these eyes looking, oh, you haven't gone yet.
I'm hoping to be invisible.
Well, yeah, my intention basically is to help offer the space for the support of things like what's my calling, and letting go of things in our lives. And for me, being in support of this process helps me fall into rebirthing into deliciousness, sort of like rebirthing into the active flow, from letting go into the active, sort of the letting go into the life force that shows up how it shows up. So to make it real simple, it's kind of like just being human, the little human things that I would not really care about so much, because I'd rather go off into the ozone somewhere, right? And just bliss out somewhere. So now making the turn, making the turn, coming into life. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Last night you said that consciousness was calling.
consciousness was calling. And it was calling constantly, giving me so many opportunities. And the feeling was that if I could just go along, come along, leap, jump, find that crack in the universe where I could just blow right through and get to the other side. But the feeling was always that there was going to be a marriage. And, we've all been on the path here for a while, so the metaphor of marriage in yoga and union is something that I'm sure familiar with most everybody here. There's also this feeling of, where is my husband? Where is that intimate, close relationship with other? And the question comes out of feeling separate in some way, perhaps, or incomplete.
So would you say that this is then to splash this soup towards meeting? The meeting, can you just...
Meeting the other is also a self.
Would it be correct to say meeting myself inclusive of another? Okay. Yeah. And also thank you for the, right, because it, from what you shared, it kind of adds a clarity that we can all hear. So yes.
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 Wonderful. Yes. Okay. So then these sounds also, with what you each shared, then that these sounds be even more of a support to exactly that, inside, right? So if there's places inside that are ready to open, shift, move about, rearrange the little patchwork energetic play here, that it might adjust in some way that's even more of whatever you've called for. Okay? That these sounds be a support to that. So if you would, just to let those sounds come into the gaps in between the molecules, right? Because we know that there's atoms vibrating and there's more space. So they're just to notice that there's this space and to let the sounds come in to be with you, in support of you. And see how the dance goes, however that is. We don't know, but we can just be with the sounds and see how they journey with us, however they do. Yes? Okay. And you probably want both your feet on the floor unless you're sitting in some way balanced, right? Yeah, everybody's good. Yeah. It was only Sage that was for.
Yeah, that's not going to work. I got some painful places, and I have to sit certain ways. And, yeah.
Oh, you
That's
can't
not the most
put your...
comfortable chair.
No, it would be on any chair, and it would be worse on the couch for me. But see, I'm really grounded right now.
With one...
Yeah, I am. It's the best grounding for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Otherwise I'll be in pain and I won't feel nothing. I'll be in too much pain rather than to feel the sounds.
Okay, and that's the left leg's up, right? Okay, just curious. Interesting. actually an opportunity today is like to look for the flagging that may have been occurring in your life. So by flagging, I used to be a surveyor's assistant, and there'd be these ribbons, and sometimes that would just give an indicator of which way to go through the forest, or which way the railway was going to go, or a road. Sometimes even just flagging for a helicopter to land in an area. Didn't matter, but those bits of flagging gave direction, marked a spot. So in life, there's all these different layers of all sorts of happenings in all sorts of directions, the physical, the sound, thought, energetics, fields, right? All of this. And so when something repeats in life, it's like, you've heard the waves on the ocean. But when they're waving, it's enough of a disturbance. I call that flagging. Enough of a disturbance that you're disturbed. And then that flagging, that just marks a spot, that there's a spot, a journey, a pathway. And we can make use of that flagging to follow it into the deep. And that in its utmost, it will be somehow connected with love, but we won't know, because at the surface it looks like disturbance, like, a problem. Perfectly. So that we can follow that in and see what is that flagging inviting us to in the moment, right? Always in the moment. So it's not something to think about. We can actually just feel our way into the deep from the moment, and that because all we are is an energetic expression of atoms appearing here like this, right? As if this is real, that we know is not real, that we know is vibrating atoms. It's not, when you look close, it's not as it appears to be. So that's just the truth. It's practical, proven scientifically. And here we are, right? How is it we don't fall through the chair? We don't even think of it. And the chair holds us. Gravity. It's just amazing. Anyway, it's a fact that we're just this energetic play of consciousness.
See this cosmic dance.
Yeah. Like all of it. But we get to be conscious of the play of whatever it is that's perceived here. If we choose to take, like in the Matrix, the red pill or the blue pill, and if you is it the blue pill? It's the one that's I'm ready to be real with this. I'm ready to be as real as can be, because the whole thing's not actually all that real. But in the moment, there is a someone here, because I can experience that. Right? I may not feel my cheek all the time, this skin, but when I look for it, there it is. Right? I may not know about an elephant in every moment, but as soon as the word's here, suddenly an elephant's here too. We can check it out, and it's just like where awareness goes, it is. And then whatever that is here in some way. Even though an actual, elephant would be a little stinky, perhaps, I don't know. Sorry, elephants, maybe they're not all stinky. Ganesha, yeah, I know, like where is he? He's around here somewhere, I know. Laughing somewhere. So yeah, definitely here. Ganesha-ji.
He's dancing right next to you, right there.
Here, yes, okay, there he is. I knew he was around actual in the form. But then that too, right? To actually see and have that splash in here. Suddenly he's here. Now, that would have been maybe some time ago that this little statue came and was there, and yet he's here. And we're aware of this here, and I was here. We can only really be aware, even if it looks like a past or a future, it can only be right here. So this energetic play is always about what's here right now. And we can coach ourselves to say, just right here, right now. And thoughts might come up about this or that or the other, and you go, yeah, yeah. And what's really right now? And bring yourself over and over again into what's here right now. What am I experiencing right here, right now? What is this experience right here, right now? Because it's not really yours. And it is. So, the invitation today, the opportunity, is we'll start at some sort of flagging. Something that's repeating, something that you're curious about, and we can explore it together. Okay? And I'd like to invite that there be confidentiality over what occurs here, right? And if you wish to have this turned off while you're connecting, just say so, because otherwise there'll be a voice that might be played out in a video, but it's just so you know in advance that you may not want to use names in particular, right? But like if you're saying a neighbor, I mean, how many people in the world have, interesting things happen with neighbors, right? I think most of us can relate to that at one point in our lives in some way. So it's not, you can still keep a bit of but I would just recommend not using names or having it turned off for that, and that's up to you. But otherwise for us too, just don't name. We can say something happened for somebody and it was this way or that way or whatever, but if we don't name the person, then it's okay. Right? All right, so I'll bring this little stool here forward. There, so it's not in front of anybody. And say, okay, that's better. I have no idea why. But it just felt right to do so. And so here's this spot here that if you feel drawn to come and take a look at something, you've come here today, and it's a wonderful opportunity with a small group to explore, have a nice packet of moments as you feel to. It's available.
Anything.
And the chair is available.
I guess I can take it. I'm flagged by a lot of emotion and triggering in interactions with or thinking about my neighbor and the problem that we have together. And it just it's been occurring for years over a number of different things. Right now it happens to be the solar, but that's been the problem for, wow, about 3 years.
Okay.
The trees are blocking my solar, and they're also blocking my garden, so I can't have a vegetable garden.
Okay. So what happens inside when you, because you brought this
Oh, I get tension
Okay, where?
in my tummy.
Okay. So to say hello to this tension.
Yeah.
And relaxing the rest of your body, so it sort of takes a step back
Okay.
to give this energy called tension itself all the space to just be itself and just letting awareness rest. We don't know if it will change or not.
Mm-hmm.
No expectation, right? It's just simply being with this tension that appears here.
Okay.
Yeah, as it does. And breathing.
Well, I'm angry.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I'm resentful.
Yes, beautiful. So feel it.
Yeah.
Feel, what does anger, this energy of anger, resentful, just feeling, what does it really feel like?
Mm.
Resentful itself. Not to answer the question, but to feel it.
Yeah.
And you breathe.
My heart is definitely faster.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm feeling sadness.
Just lean back a little on it, letting it just be here, just relaxing even more into this. Yeah. Yeah. And just lean back a little bit more onto the actual energy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a helplessness
Beautiful.
because
Where?
I feel like I'm stuck
Yes.
and I can't.
So which
do
is
anything.
most present? Helpless energy?
It's mixed in with the anger
Yep. Yep.
because I can't
Where?
seem to do anything about it.
Whereabouts in the body?
My tummy.
Okay. So again, relaxing, open to this area. Just feeling whatever is there. And if it's energy called helplessness, then yes to this, and really let yourself dive into feeling with curiosity. This is helplessness. It's okay. All humans feel this at one moment or another. It's all right. It's giving it space to be itself, not getting away from it anymore. And just slightly leaning back again. Yeah.
It's not so much helplessness as I have a number of different options and choices I could make.
Yeah, that's the mind then jumping up off the energy, right?
Right.
Because there's all these different, and it's responding to that.
Right. Saying I can do this, this, this.
Yeah, and really, I ought
And if
not,
this doesn't
I ought
work,
not
I
to
can-
feel helpless because of this and this. I
Right.
really have options, and yes. And the root of it is there helplessness there? Do you feel out of control with this situation?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Okay, let's go with yes first.
Okay.
Let's feel that as deeply and 100%ly as is possible right now. What does it feel like to be out of control? Somebody else has control. You do not.
It's very hard to accept.
Okay? And yet, here it is.
Right.
Right? And just leaning back a little bit in it, giving up to it. Yes, it's just true.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening now?
I'm just trying to imagine how it would be if the situation wasn't resolved. How it would be for me living here with the situation not resolved,
Okay.
like it has been for
Right.
for years.
Right.
And it's a real problem.
You want it to be different.
I'm
Right.
really tired of this whole situation.
Right. Right. The only
Taking
way.
way too much energy.
Yeah. For what? What is taking the energy? Right now.
I
Look.
am.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what's happening inside as you say this?
I guess I've let a little bit go. And there's another worry that I have too, that I'm creating this opposition from her, that she's picking up on this being so important to me, and she's picking up on it, and
And we can never know about the other, right?
yeah,
Their part in it. All we've got is our part in it.
exactly.
And so what is here about this? And really relaxing your shoulders open, your arms open, and let yourself just really feel what happens inside when you think of her, when it pops up, the whole scenario. Those are the surface details. It's really not about whether you're getting sun or not. Right? That's just the flagging to come into this. Is it still in the belly area?
Not so much.
Not so much. Okay. Where is it?
In my shoulders, I think.
The shoulders. Okay. And then again, just sort of letting your shoulders lean back into the energy, as if the energy itself inside is there enough to lean on. Okay. What's happening now?
My mind is
Mhm.
going
Yeah.
and saying, how would it be if the situation wasn't resolved? What would it be like?
Yeah. Yeah. What is it like? The situation is not
Lousy.
resolved.
I don't want it to continue.
Where's lousy energy? Where's the lousy?
my tummy?
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, every time. So giving your tummy all the space in the world, like it's a little baby, and all it wants is just some space to be heard,
Mm-hmm.
just to be heard by you, by feeling it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I have so much negative energy towards her. It's really hard to imagine softening. Although on the surface I'm softening. It's not.
You don't like this.
No.
Not liking happening.
No.
So where's the not liking happening?
Her being a bitch.
Right. Right. She's just flagging, right?
I know.
To
I know.
to
I
bring
know.
this energy up
Yeah.
perfectly, gratefully, thankfully,
Yeah.
supporting you by disturbing this energy alive that you might find more of yourself.
Mhm.
So what's happening in the belly now?
It's there, but it's okay.
Okay, just even whatever is there.
There's still
Staying
some
with it.
tension there.
Yeah, just staying with this if it's here. Because here is the point, right?
Yeah.
And again, relaxing back. See, there's a little part of you that wants to get away from it. And it leans a little
Big
forward.
part of me
A little
wants to get away from
wants to find some resolution out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so there's the systems leaning forward a
Right,
little.
right.
Instead of
I want you
so
to
that's
tell
the-
me what I can do to solve
Exactly.
the
So just
problem. Yeah.
well, it's we don't know. We want the problem. We won't find ourselves without that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Or whatever bit this is, this gift.
Right.
So, but you can relax back a little bit on it, so that you're not moving, attempting to go forward and get away from that. That you rest right in it. Yeah. Right in the mud. Whatever this is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's interesting, the whole play. It's just energy, and yet it's just right? Anywhere else to go. No, what about her? Oh no, and quickly, how quickly wants to jump. No, jump. And then that's just nothing wrong with that. It's just jumping happening.
Right.
That's okay too, of course. Breathing often supports awareness in the physicality, in the energetics of it. Sometimes the stopping of breathing, then that's when it's come up into the thought or attempt to grab a hold of it and move it around.
What about
again.
the tapping? You know,
Like
tapping?
EFT? Emotional.
That's what that is. EFT.
Yeah. That can.
That's a way.
That's a way. But this way, just here, right now, together, to make use of this space in being together, right? And sharing the energetics right now. Right? So tell me, what's happening inside?
I don't know, I feel like I let go of something because I'm a little more relaxed. And
So bring up your neighbor.
Bring up my neighbor and stay relaxed.
No, just to see what happens now, right? Right? Because it's the only way we can see.
I'm feeling better with it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, the trees blocking your solar power. Right? How is that? Now what's happening in the body as we just say that?
Well, there's only so much I can do, and I know that I have to, not hold on to it, but surrender to the situation as it is, not how I want it to be.
Well, that's sort of after it, but energetically, what's happening?
Well, I don't feel so much tension.
But there's some.
There's a release. Yeah, there's still some.
Yeah, there's still some. It seems a little more narrow, up and down, and a little higher. It seems a little...
Yeah, it's not quite so...
Yeah, it's not as lumpy. I don't know how to say it, but it was a little wider before.
Yeah.
Now it's a little more narrow and up and down somehow.
Right, it's not so much.
A little higher. And let's just be with this bit. You see, it's just changed on its own, right, with just resting with it. Because you didn't make it go higher and more narrow, right? It just, that's what happened.
Yeah, well, I was breathing and breathing.
Right, so like this, then we just sit with this now, as it is. Exactly. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, there. Huh. Just a little flash. Now, what I see and feel may or may not be true, right? I don't know. It just felt for a flash that something went like that. Just almost like one side went across to the other side and back again. I don't know. What does it feel like?
I don't know. I'm not aware of that.
Okay. You saw it, right? Yes. What happened?
It's hard not to smile looking at you. It's very hard.
Gotta be serious.
Yeah, no, it's too hard to be serious.
yet it has been something that's been actually a little serious for you, right?
It's going to be the next 6 months are going to be very serious.
How do you know?
Good point.
Good point.
Good point.
Right?
Right.
We're taking the lid off of the actual base note of the occurrence at the surface level, right? It's like this way down in the deep creates this way up here that looks like a big something.
Yeah.
And then moving this down here, right? Who knows what goes on way up here? It's a long journey.
Yeah.
Only,
right.
throughout the whole universe.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so let's bring in the neighbor, trees, solar energy, the light, calling on the light. What happens now? What happens inside? How does the body, the energetics respond? Just now.
Well, I know her well enough to know that she's not going to give.
Who knows? You don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right, because you didn't know what would happen here in this chair, did you?
Right.
Right? So how in the world
don't
could you
know.
possibly know what's going to happen with her? Are you ready to let that go that you don't know?
Okay, I'll say I don't know, but I've got plan B and C going. Just in case she doesn't,
Just in case
There's
you
like a...
Do you need those plans?
I do.
Do you? Why?
Because I can't continue living like this.
Oh, it looks like you're living pretty
Pretty well.
right in this moment. Is living happening?
Yes.
Oh, and this next moment is living happening?
Yes.
Are you ready to let those plans go?
No.
Where are the plans? In your body?
In my brain.
In your brain. They're located in the head area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to relax, open, let's feel the plan. Just the plan.
Okay.
Because it's just here.
Okay. Should I name the plan?
Did you have plan A and B or something like that?
I do.
Yeah, I think you said it at some point.
Well, plan B would be going to a small claims court and suing her.
How does that feel? Feel inside now. Just
I
feel.
don't want to have to do that.
Oh well, okay, here it is inside.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't know if it happens or doesn't happen. Right now it's here. Okay, this is plan A or B?
Plan B.
Okay, so plan B, feel plan B as if it's happening right now. You've gone to this.
Yeah.
Okay, small claim court, you've filed
I
the
don't feel
papers.
good about it. I've
Okay,
never
what
sued
happens?
anybody
What's
before.
not feeling good right now? Where?
It's just suing people.
Where? Where is it feeling? Where is it happening in your
In
body?
my stomach.
Oh, in the stomach.
Yeah, I carry all of it. All of it. Yeah.
So it's costing you a lot to hold it here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's energy that's holding it here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel where the holding is happening?
Yeah.
Okay, and just see if inviting a relaxing of the edge.
Mm-hmm.
If it was firm, just seeing if that edge, we don't know until we play with it a little,
Yeah.
if it can just soften a little.
Mm-hmm. When I think about her, I'm thinking that because it's something that's important to me and that I'm trying to persuade her and manipulate her to do what I want, that's creating more of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think she responds to that in me.
And do you manipulate yourself to make yourself do what you want?
I haven't thought about that. I mean, like rationalize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Well, yeah, I think I do.
Mm-hmm. How does that
I
feel?
don't know if I manipulate myself, but when you want something to happen to persuade someone, then you
Mm-hmm.
get into
Have
having
you-
an agenda, and
Have you
people can
persuaded
feel
yourself
that.
or been attempting to persuade yourself about anything?
I have, yeah.
Yeah? How does that feel?
I haven't thought about it in terms of
Just look inside.
manipulating myself.
Yeah?
Hmm. I don't know.
what's happening inside the body now. Keep coming back into the system.
Yeah.
Right? Because it wants to come up and
I'm
be
still
with it
doing
up
a lot of
here.
mental stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just how it's happening. You're not actually, you didn't plan it. You didn't decide at some point to say, oh, let awareness be with the thoughts now.
Mm-hmm.
And then went up there. Right?
It did.
It just happened
Right.
on its own. So all it can do is noticing,
Mhm.
oh, look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And then letting yourself rest in all of it. The
Mhm.
system. The body. Just keep coming inside again. In the rest as well. And so what's happening here now? Feeling your feet, knees, hands.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
I feel relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a real strong need to let go of this whole thing because I'm just so
Where's
tired.
the need? You said you felt a really strong need.
Yeah.
Where is that? An energy. Anywhere in the body that it responds right now that you can feel.
I feel my arms being
Yeah?
intense.
So
My
relaxing,
knees.
open to that tension and your knees.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just feeling, what does need actually feel like? Because you named it.
Mhm.
This is the energy of need.
Mhm.
Breathing.
I'm worrying about when I have to meet with her face to face.
So worry happening?
Worry
Where's that?
in my brain.
Okay. You can actually locate it. Is it red, yellow, green? What color is this energy?
I
Can you
think
see
it would be red.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think there's.
And you can actually see it right now?
No.
No? Oh. Is it here?
The anger is still here.
Whereabouts?
Probably my stomach.
Probably.
Hmm.
Okay. Big, small? What is it feeling like?
It's less than it was before. What I was going to say is if I named to her what my plan B and C were, it would definitely blow it. Because she would,
Who knows?
who knows?
Who knows, right? So you see how you touch in on this base and then go back out to her, where you don't have, there's nothing you can do about that part.
No.
That's her business, right?
Right.
So it's keeping coming home again, just seeing how you pop yourself over there.
Yeah.
And there is, right in this moment, she's, what is it, Saturday, she's visiting her nephew or something.
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's just make something up.
Yeah.
And so she's not really here, but
Right.
she's totally here,
Yeah.
right? And you keep using her
Mm-hmm.
to keep this.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as you're saying that you're wanting to let this go,
Mhm.
any kind of you're attempting to change it, that's that pushing you around, that's manipulating you,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just saying, by gosh, this is just how I am.
Mhm.
This is just right here. There's a tension. I'm angry. Whatever this energy is.
Yeah.
So it's keeping coming home, but you see how we kept coming,
Mhm.
different angles,
Mhm.
but keep coming back to the energy.
To how I'm feeling inside. Yeah.
How the energy's expressing itself
Mhm.
and resting with that. And you saw that it changed on its own. You didn't make it change shape,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And we don't know if it'll go away or if it won't.
Mhm.
But you have strong motivation because you really,
Well, it's making me sick.
yeah,
What it's doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
to spend the energy on this.
Yeah.
Right?
There was something else that was a catalyst for me, and I put all my thinking that once this previous problem went away, that my stomach would be okay. And now I've latched on to the neighbor problem, and that's what's occupying my.
Right. But it's still
Right.
the stomach, right?
And it's the stomach.
Right.
It's making
So
me sick.
maybe it's
actually.
nothing about them
Right.
at all. Maybe it's about some energy here that wants to be known by you,
Hmm.
partly, and partly doesn't.
Yes.
Because perhaps there's maybe something you've been more comfortable with having it be some sort of surface dilemma because you're more used to that. Because to actually let this go would be new and unknown.
Yeah.
Perhaps. We won't know.
Yeah.
So that's what creates all the surface play of where there looks to be a dilemma is a fear of the unknown at the root. And this is this helpless you are really.
And not wanting to go into plan B and C. You don't want to go there.
Sort of.
Sort of like you.
Sort of, well, you like having them. Otherwise, here they are, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as you bounce off of that, then that's where plan A and plan B comes up, so they can divert you from away from feeling what's just really true right here. And then that diversion is perfect, because then you can have a laugh and go, oh, look, there's plan B again.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And as soon as that shows up, you can go, okay, what's happening inside? And talk to yourself, okay, what's happening inside? Breathe, lean back a little. Because that's how the energy is. Not always like that, right? For other people, it's not always that you might be, but you might notice that. And just lean back a little bit in that energy. And just go, here I am. What's really going on here with this? And we can use those details. It's not to cancel out the dilemma. It's just to make use of that to access where the energy is.
Right. To lighten up.
If it does. We don't know. And we don't know how many people you're doing this for. Everybody? Right? It somehow, it helps me in my own motivation in being willing to rest. Okay, keep coming back. And it's not about that you're supposed to keep, being with that. There's no new rule. It's just finding that you're away. Oh, come home. Coming home to what's really going on.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Yeah. Just a few words of how you're feeling right now. What's happening inside?
Pretty relaxed.
How's plan A?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Plan A is a great resolution. She'll cut down the damn trees. Or tree. Actually, there are a few trees. But then my brain goes, well, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Not knowing.
Okay. Thank you.
So any curiosities about that? You see the play, the possibility, right? Has it occurred to anybody about something that's going on in your life that you'd like to explore together? And if so, come on up into the chair. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, well,
Yes.
I'll go back to, there's really not much story in what I feel, which is a very intense energy here.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not medical.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's there with your ribs. Is it on both sides or one side?
It's on one side.
Okay.
And it goes up to the back of my head,
Mm-hmm.
where my muscles sort of attach to my back of my head, and it reverberates all the way down to my foot.
Mm-hmm.
Probably has to do with being in the womb, birth, a very intense family situation with my father.
Okay. And it's present right now. This energy.
Yes.
Okay. Let's be with the energetics of it, and then relaxing your hand and just diving into the energy itself. And if it's okay, we can also be in eye contact and be with it together. So that I can be more fully with you.
Okay.
With you.
Yes, I see.
If it's okay for you to
Yes.
share with me.
Yes, it is.
Make use of it.
Okay. Shall I describe what I'm feeling?
Yes.
Well, it's really just a strong pulling,
Mm-hmm.
burning feeling.
Mm-hmm. Rest. You can just create a little one of you and just sit right in the burning. Just as if you're right in the middle of it. Relaxing open. Absolute yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Sort of going a little black.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes,
You can still sense that you're here in a chair.
yes, I do.
Yeah. Just relaxing, open to it. It's okay. Together.
Sort of heating up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to stay there. And a little selfless. And stay there.
And relaxing. Is there a trying energy somewhere?
You're trying?
Because you said there's a little self trying, right?
Yes.
So where's
Yes.
yeah? So it's
Yes.
just relaxing that, allowing yourself to be, just so there's no push on yourself at all. It's just resting with this energy because it's here. happening now?
I sort of feel my breath sort of, it's pulsing on my breath, the energy.
Is the energy located in the same spot?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah.
As I breathe out, there's a contraction around my breath.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be affecting the breath.
Yes.
So just allowing the breath to get just a little bit. See if you can breathe a little bigger. Not in fighting, but just to see if breath can happen in a little bigger way. And everybody in the room, just a little more breath in your own bodies, just as a mutuality. Feel everybody being with you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Just trying still.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Amazing, eh?
Yes.
Beautiful. Just really rest in the trying. Really letting it be here. Of course, of course. How wonderful. Hmm. Something more serious? No.
It's not really.
No. No. Not serious.
It's
No.
not really. I mean,
Yeah.
it really has nothing to do with me.
Oh, neat. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Wow. How is it expressing now? What's happening now?
It's sort of turning a little bit like this, coming up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the real part of me doesn't really care about.
Yes. Do you care about this man? Do you care about this man?
About this man?
It's here right now. Like this.
Yes, I do. But yeah, I've had trouble caring about this man.
Yeah. It's been a lot of trying. Yeah.
Yes.
So strong. So cute. Breathe, breathe. It's beautiful. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. So it needs to just, an invitation if it feels okay. Just let your body move a little. Just, feel your head a little. Feel your body wag a little and just twist the system. And just let your body move a little more. Yeah. Your hips and your shoulders. Yeah, beautiful.
Sort of renegotiating.
What a pool of
Yeah.
caring. Yeah. But is that true or what? Right? It's
Yes.
just true.
It's true.
In the whole neutrality of what's here and what's not here, and self and no self. Holy shit. Is
Right.
there ever this
Yeah.
caring? And it's just true.
Right. Right.
Oh.
Thank you all for being
It feels like there's space on the chair for one more, and then after that we'll stop for a break. Okay. So. Is it? Yes. And it's already happening, as each connection that looks like it's this here, in wherever you are, letting that flavor of the cocktail of this mix be with you, however it is.
Well, I found my head trying to figure out which thing to concentrate on.
Yes.
And I thought they're all together, really.
Yes, they are.
But the choice I'm making,
Yes.
it's a combined choice.
Yeah.
It's about the letting go.
Yes.
All these things, these selves, this stuff.
Yes, yes.
But it's also about my partner, my beloved partner, and our togetherness but separateness.
Yes.
But that also represents that part of me is so identified with being there for the other.
Okay.
And not knowing how to deal with the separateness of the self that's there for all the others, but has a hard time being right here. So those are the things that are mostly in my being now.
Okay. Okay. Which stands out as most present right now?
I think it's the letting go.
The letting go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's when the flagging's been flagging me the most.
Okay.
And I know that everything's ultimately connected too, so I think that's
Mhm.
going to have a lot to do with
Mhm.
the other.
So as we say this letting go, just
Yes.
as a phrase of
Let
words,
go.
what happens inside your body? Inside what appears here as your body?
I think it's happening in my heart.
There's something
my
happening.
lungs. Yeah.
Something's happening in the heart area.
My breath. Yeah.
Energy is expressing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just be together with this.
Okay.
And relaxing any seriousness about it. It's just energy. It's here now.
I feel the breathing okay.
Yes.
I feel
Mm-hmm.
the energy okay.
Mm-hmm. Is there releasing or not releasing?
That's what I feel. I think there's the part of me that doesn't trust myself
So,
to know where,
okay.
what I get to do, to
Okay.
trust myself to find that place,
Okay.
even in my own body.
So there's not trust here or trust?
It's not trusted.
Whereabouts?
I guess now it's in my belly.
In the belly. Okay, so just in curiosity, it's not supposed to be any different than it is. Let's feel what not trust feels like.
Okay.
Just as it is.
It's a holding.
Beautiful. Holding happening. And again, not doing anything, just feeling this as it is. Yeah.
So now I'm opening more,
Yes.
allowing more belly breathing,
Mm-hmm.
feeling the release.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Huh.
And feeling the holding wanting to happen.
Uh-huh.
And sort of working that dance.
Mm-hmm. Being with the dance?
Yes, being with it of the
Yeah.
holding and the letting go.
Okay. It's a dance though, right?
Yeah.
See how one shows that the other is there.
Yes. And wanting to move more back and forth, get more of my body involved.
Oh, okay. Right. Trusting that.
Yes, trusting.
Yeah, yes.
It feels baby-like. It feels infant-like. And then the mind wanting to come in,
Oh, yes,
letting
I
that
know.
be there.
Yeah.
And join the dance, I say, join the
Yes,
dance.
Ah.
Just feeling perfect being doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Wanting to bring it into other places.
Wanting happening?
Yes.
Where's the wanting?
The wanting happened sort of up towards my chest,
Yes.
working towards the tension I was feeling in my shoulders.
Okay, so just relaxing, open, letting awareness rest with wanting. That actual. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And relaxing the shoulders back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then closing my eyes to go inside a little more.
Mm-hmm.
The hearing the sounds on the outside, including whatever that heater or something is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling everybody else's breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling into the whole expansion of everything.
Mm-hmm.
The tree up there,
Yeah.
the universe.
And then just letting, just as an invitation, what does the shoulder blades and the, what does it feel like in here, but interiorly right now?
It tense up in here, in those bones.
Like the collarbone.
Yeah, the collarbones.
Yes. So let's just relax open to
Yeah.
this collarbone area. Just whatever is there. Just
Sometimes what I do too is I put my hand here. That's what I've been doing lately if I'm finding myself going off and I'm wanting to get back in. I put my hand here. That helps. Gives more heart breathing.
Just resting with what is there just
Yeah.
now. Yes.
Yeah. The letting do rather than feeling I have to do. It's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling relaxed where I sit. Right there.
Mm-hmm. Sort of balance.
Yeah. Finding my balance in all of this. Which draws me back.
Mm.
Sort of that combination of upright but not there. Kind of upright but relaxed.
Yeah. Not.
Yeah. Even doing this a little bit.
Okay, and then because you had invited looking at releasing, right? So as we say that word, then what happens inside?
Again, it starts happening a little lower down.
A little lower down now.
Yeah,
Okay.
through my bottom and into my thigh.
Okay. And just noticing, just
Yeah.
feeling together.
Now I feel a great kind of disappearing medication, which is great.
Yes. All right. Could you still see me without your glasses on?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Now I feel my third eye kind of wanting to just expand. And going away like a color, like all those colored things that spreads out.
And so just an invitation to simultaneously also include the heart area,
Yes.
because the psychic realms and stuff,
Yeah.
that's all fine and dandy, but that's
Right.
not the most of what I'd like to offer, right? Just here.
Well, that's again, I think that's what the longing is, truly letting myself feel that combination
Yeah.
of all of them at once.
Yes. Okay.
And I've had experience of this, but I really want to remind myself so I can also on occasion, or whenever it's a letting go, when I'm looking at something I can't get rid of or something.
Can't get rid
You
of.
just trying to come back, find my ways back to here.
Right.
Because that's the first letting go, it seems.
And just noticing that, right? Sometimes it can be resting with the attempt to get rid of something.
Yes.
Right? It's not to actually. You can't really get rid of anything. Where would it go? It's only one space here, right? All we can do is relax open to what is here.
But almost saying it lets it go.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
acknowledge, like you said, just let it be. Yeah, just let it be.
Comes and it goes.
Yeah, yeah. I feel good. I mean, I feel like I know this and I'm relaxed with it.
Yes.
And this feels right.
Right. Simply. Right.
Simply.
Yes.
Well, I realized the letting go also is being open to letting things come in. Whatever that's about, I'm acknowledging that.
It's a two-way.
Yes, it is.
Or maybe million way.
Right. Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. Actually, really, it's about letting things pass through me.
You're receiving.
The
right?
open channel part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hollow reed. Yeah.
Huh. And what happens when your eyes are open in this connection? Just now.
It continues to feel okay, but it's a little more challenged.
A little more challenged, whereabouts?
I think right around here in my
Okay.
head.
And just to explore. Hello.
Yeah.
Energy of challenge. Interesting.
Yes. Yes. Even being able to be this way and focus with another.
Yes.
How to learn to be with that.
To relax, open to it.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Because there's no how. It's already
Yes.
here.
And to trust that and know it.
Yeah. Is that all right then, right now?
It is okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, my head's wanting to bring in other things which might help. That part of me that's
The
known
work of
myself
it.
as an empath.
Yeah. Yeah.
So early on, I
Yeah.
was figuring I don't quite know how to deal with that part.
Right.
How to separate myself out from the other. And
You-
don't need to, or yes,
Yes.
how to understand that more.
Yes. Yes.
That it's not something to resist, but
Yeah.
to let go.
Or to learn how to take care of yourself in the midst of.
Correct. That's
Right.
it.
And you
That's
bought
it.
that book, right? That
Yes.
book that
that's
has
why.
exercises and stuff
Exactly.
on how to just, because in the openness,
Yes. It's what happens.
you know, it is, protection is just a waste of energy.
Yes. Yes.
So how to be with and take care of this system in the openness.
Yes. That's it.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So learn how this feels. And it feels divine.
Mm-hmm. Simple.
Simple.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like way off into the,
No.
you know. Just here. Together. Simply.
Yes. Good.
Did you get your glasses?
Oh yeah, I did.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah.
I've got tea. I can put water on for tea, and I've got some half and half juice and tea and lemonade.
And an invitation to see, well, there's tea or lemonade, or, to see staying, and you might find your attention goes out, and that's okay. Oh, attention's out, and keep coming just where you're actually perceiving all of it anyway.
Yeah.
It's already inside you, just being from here with it all.
And I've tried to save containers that cookies and crackers are in, so you can see what the ingredients are.
Oh,
Okay, wonderful. So that's 30 minutes. We'll come back here for 3:30.